Okay, today we are formally starting our AS Economics class. Okay, so yesterday it was a brief introduction about the subject, that why do we study economics and how it is a social science. As I mentioned, it is a social science because it comes from the society. Now, if we are going to study economics, what it is about? It is about how to fulfill the maximum of unlimited human wants within the limited resources of an economy. Economy means where economic activities are taking place. And what are, broadly speaking, the two economic activities? There are the two economic activities are production and consumption. Consumption means what? When consumers are consuming something, they are going to satisfy their needs and wants by buying those goods which they are willing to consume, and they are able to consume as well. But production is there to produce those goods which are demanded by the consumers, and consumer is actually running the whole economic system, because whatever the goods and services are demanded by the consumer, they will be actually supplied by the producers. So human wants or consumer wants, they are continuous in nature. What do you mean by continuity? Right now, all of your wants, whatever you want to have, they are present with you, but you are not feeling any type of shortages or scarcity of your wants, or they have to be fulfilled within resources or the income you are earning. Those wants are, right now they are fulfilled. But do you think you will stop wanting other goods and services in future? This is not the case. As you are growing up, your wants are growing as well. Alright, so when wants are growing faster than the income or the resource to fulfill them, then definitely an individual will face a problem of scarcity or limitation of income or resources. Alright, so same is the case that producer will also be facing the shortages of the resources to produce those goods which are demanded by the consumers. He has to take a very wise decision to produce those goods which are demanded by the consumers or households. Alright, if he is producing a black and white aluminium, do you think he is able to fulfill the human want? Right now there is no demand of black and white aluminium. So in that case, the resources, the important resources of the economy will be wasted. There is going to be misallocation of resources. He has produced those goods which are not in demand right now. Although he has put in more efforts to produce these types of goods, but they are no more demanded by them. So what the consumers are willing to buy, that should be supplied by the producers by using the resources which are present with an economy. Resources means they are the factors of production. What is meaning of factors of production? These are the resources or the different types of goods and services which are required to produce the goods and services. Factors of production are those things or resources of an economy which are used by the producers to produce goods and services. Clear or not? So what types of resources or factors of production are available with a country or an economy? So we say, broadly speaking, we have four factors of production. What are those? Four factors of production. Can I write over here? This is the factor of production. I am using this abbreviation instead of writing all the sentence of factor of production. If you are using any abbreviation in your exam, first write the full form of that, and in the bracket you can write the abbreviation, and the next time you can use it in your exam as well. And if you haven't mentioned what is FOB, first of all, and you are using, then it will not be considered a right thing in your exam. So first, in first sentence you have used it, so you have mentioned what is meant by FOB. This is the factor of production. Now we can use it. So there are four factors of production. What are those? One is called land, another is called labor, and third one is called capital, and fourth is called what? Enterprise or entrepreneur. Alright? So first we are going to study today what is meant by land. Okay? Anyone who is having knowledge about land, what is land?
The natural resources.
Very right, natural resources. What else? This is the area of the country where economic activities are taking place. First thing, whatever the territory a country is having, whatever the area is there, so that is used for production and consumption purposes. Mainly we have two types of economic activities of production and consumption. So first of all, this is an area where economic activities will take place. So it is not only the area, but it also includes all of the natural resources which are present. And there can be resources which are present above the surface of land or beneath the surface of land. Like weather conditions, sunlight, rainfall, all these things, they are present in the category of land because they are also used to produce agricultural output. Clear or not? So land is not only the area which is present with the country, but it also includes all types of natural resources, whether they are present above the land or under it or beneath the surface of land. Clear or not? So there can be two types of natural resources. One is called renewable resources and second is called what? Non-renewable resources. Alright? So how can we define the renewable resources? Renewable resources are those which can be renewed by themselves without human efforts within short period of time. What I said? Renewable resources are those which can be renewed by themselves without any human effort within short period of time. Like today, there will be sunset in the evening, and tomorrow morning, by the grace of Almighty Allah, we will again have sunlight. It will be renewed by itself. We don't need to do any effort to have sunlight again. We have plenty of rainfall this year. So this is also a renewable resource. Do we have any type of effort to have less or more rainfall? It has been a reason for our overflooding this year. Plenty of rainfall is there in our 4 provinces and we are having a flood over there. So these are the resources which are renewed by themselves without any effort within short period of time. They are renewed by themselves. So we can say rainfall is the example, sunlight, sea water, sea fish is there which can be renewed by natural way. So if we are using them for production purposes, so they can be renewed again and again. For example, they are used in sunlight and rainfall is used for the production of agricultural farming. More of output is dependent upon these renewable resources. But in case of manufacturing, we are not having any use of, sometimes no use of sunlight, okay, or no use of rainfall for manufacturing of different goods. In some cases, we say the solar energy that is going to be produced during the sunlight. So here, solar energy is used to create electric energy. So that can be used. But most of the time, natural resources are used for agricultural farming to produce that output. Follow my point or not? Now, what are the non-renewable resources? They cannot be renewed by themselves within short period of time. For example, fossil oil. How many years will be taken to produce this, to be renewed for this fossil oil? Maybe hundreds of years. Right now we are using this fossil oil. We don't know when it was starting to have this type of oil at present time. Maybe 100 years, more than 100 years, 200 years or more than that. They are also new, but they are taking how much time we don't know. Because human beings are mortal, they have to die. We cannot say with certainty that it will take 10 years to have more fossil oil after the 10 years. This is not the case. Okay? So can I say gold is also non-renewable resources? One of the non-renewable resources, iron mine, copper mines, alright, salt rings, and many other things, which are the precious things which are coming out of this piece of land. They are the non-renewable resources. Now, can I say what is the natural wealth of a country? Natural endowment. There is a word, natural endowment. Do you know the meaning of endowment? Endowment income, what it is? Do you have any idea? Endowment income. Your income is right now endowment income. This is unearned income.
A country from the reserves it has.
You can say. Okay. Endowment income is which is unearned. You are having the pocket money out of the income of your parents. So this right now whatever the pocket money you are having, that is your endowment income. You haven't done any effort to have that income, to earn that income. My income is earned income. I have to put in myself into the factors of production to earn income. Whereas you people are having the pocket money or income, that is endowment. What is natural endowment? Without any country's effort, naturally a country is provided such a precious resource which can be used to have more economic growth and more national income in the future. समझ में आ रहा है? So natural wealth या natural endowment, what it is, which is provided to a country by the nature or by Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for its economic growth. So this distribution of natural wealth is not same for every territory, for every country. We have divided this piece of land into more than 200 countries. So do you think every country is having oil? Every country is having gold, diamond, copper? Not at all. So this is the division made by the nature, by Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, that some countries they are blessed with gold mines, some are having diamond mines, others are having large reserves of oil. So all of them is coming from this piece of land. So this is their unearned. They haven't done any effort to have these types of natural wealth. That's why I say this is natural endowment, natural wealth. Something else? Clear? Now, what is the role of land in the economic performance of a country? This is the main thing. I have given you understanding and knowledge about land. Now I am applying my knowledge to the land. How it can play a role in the economic growth. For example, our country is having more of renewable resources, the natural resources of weather conditions. So we are having agrarian economy. Agrarian means which is dependent upon agricultural sector. We are producing more cotton, we are producing more rice and other agricultural output which is used for both consumption and sometimes as a raw material for other manufacturing industry. Like cotton is used as a raw material for textile. So we say we are having cotton economy and it is cotton based, and our major strategic industry of textile is dependent upon this production of cotton. Clear? Whereas a country which has more fossil oil, like Saudi Arabia, Middle East countries, they do not have such type of fertile land to produce agricultural output over there. They cannot produce too much of wheat and rice in their piece of land. Rather, they are having more of this natural wealth of oil. So, do you think a country which is blessed with this type of natural wealth of oil, gold, copper, and diamond, in that country, land factor of production will become the most important one to have more economic growth? Clear? Because after extracting this wealth, this is their own effort. They have the technology, or they have borrowed technology, or they have asked some other countries to provide them enough technology to extract this natural wealth. So now, what are they doing? They are extracting oil. Majority of people are associated with the production of oil, with the extraction of oil and the export of oil. So their whole economic efforts, they are performed on this natural wealth. So they are able to show more economic growth by using this natural resource of land. Whereas a country which is not having too much of this natural endowment, like it is not having oil, it is not having other things, but it has more of favorable weather, so they will remain on agricultural farming, and their output value is not of that value which these countries have. Agricultural output is having lower market value than diamond and oil and gold. Clear or not? So this is about land, how resources are distributed by nature, by Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and what types of resources are there. Now come towards the other part of land. What is that? What is the reward for the use of land in the production process? We are using this land for schooling or educational purposes. So its landowner will get its share of land from this education, and that is called, the rent is paid to the landowner for the use of this land, because it is generating income for the factors of production. So land is also one of the factor of production. It will earn income for its owner. Clear or not? So the reward for the use of land is rent, which is paid to the landowner. Alright? Now, my question is that how rent is determined? How rent is determined? Why this area, this school is having more rent than an area which is far away from here, suppose in a town, in a village, where the land is having lower rent than this area?
It depends on the factors that it is like the city center, or it has the commercial area near it.
You are right in some extent. I say where a land is having more alternate uses, where more alternate uses are present, here alternate uses are very high. If we vacate this land right now, if we switch off all types of educational services from here, so this will be a vacant place. So any other person, any other office, any other bank, any other person or enterprise will be coming to get this land. So where alternate uses are high, that area will earn more rent. And if we move to a village, into the rural area, where alternate uses are very, very rare, so that area will have less rent. What is that? When she was answering the right way, that there are more commercial uses, she is also right in her answer. He said, when alternate uses are high, in other words, you say when opportunity cost is increasing for the use of land, then rent will also be increasing. Opportunity cost, I will explain it to you in the next coming lesson. Clear or not? Rent is the reward. So can I move this land from this place to another? Not at all. Geographically, land is immobile. What about its occupation? That is mobility. Right now we are having more of education, but we could have more of agricultural farming in but occupationally it can be mobile. So do you have the full idea about land? If you read your book, it is having a very small description about land, but reading that you cannot answer in your exam if there is a question related to this land. So we should have enough knowledge about the piece of land, how it is used in the production process, and what is the role of land, what reward is paid to the landowner, and what types of resources are there within this land. Clear? I think that's all for today. We will move into detailed study of labor tomorrow.